Assalamu alaikum students. Lastly, we have read about the scalar oblique dot product of vectors. And what we got from it that once we are having the two vectors and if we have to make dot of those very two vectors, then that is equal to the product of magnitude of two vectors and cosine of angle between them. As we were having two vectors, vector A and vector B, they were inclined at an angle of theta. Then I can say the dot product between two vectors A dot B. It is read as A dot B is equal to magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and cos of angle between them, cosine of angle between them. Or you can also say it like this: the component of it is defined as magnitude of one vector into the component of another vector along the direction of first vector. Then we took the examples of like work. Work we can define it as the product of dot product of force and displacement. Force is a vector quantity, displacement is a vector quantity, but resulting quantity is a scalar. You have to remember that dot product is done among the vector quantities, but the resulting quantity is a scalar quantity. That is, it doesn't have the direction. It is having only and only magnitude, as it was power is equal to F dot of V, where F is the force and V is the velocity. Now, today we are going to go through some of the properties of this very scalar or dot product. What are some properties of scalar dot product? Let's first have number one property, that's called as dot product is commutative. Dot product oblique जिसको हम स्केलर प्रोडक्ट भी बोलते हैं, डॉट प्रोडक्ट इज commutative. Commutative. What do you mean by commutative? By commutative, we mean that by definition we are having A dot B, that is equal to simply AB cos of theta. And if now we have to take B dot A, and B dot of A equals to BA cos theta. Now if this is equation first, this BA cos, it is magnitude. You have to understand, if it is 3, it is 4. Now it is 4 into 3. So it is one and the same. If it is 3 into 4, it's 4 into 3. So we can put it like this: AB cos of theta. This equation is second. From first and second, from first and from second, AB cos theta, AB cos theta. But on this very side is B dot A, on this very side it's A dot B. Then we can conclude that A dot B equals to B dot A, and we have to remember it out. This is the commutative nature of what? Commutative nature of dot product. It is having another property, that is dot product, or what I mean to say scalar product. Dot product is distributive over addition. Over addition. What is that? That is simply if we are having A dot of B plus C, A vector dot of B vector plus C vector, we can write it like this: A dot B vector plus A dot C vector. So simply we are having A dot B, it is distributed, it is given to B as well as C. And the first property, as we say, A dot B is equal to B dot A, so simply it is a scalar quantity. So we have to take consider, we are not in requirement of any direction. Now we are having third property, that dot product of parallel vectors. Dot product of parallel vectors. What do you mean by parallel? Parallel means if this is one vector along this very direction, if it is vector A, and we are having vector B that is also along this very direction, whatever may be the magnitude, whether magnitude is same or different, if it is vector B, so these are parallel vectors. So dot product of parallel vectors, let's calculate it out, parallel vectors. So A dot of B, if these two vectors are parallel, then it comes out to be magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and cos of 0, because angle between parallel vectors theta here equals to 0 because the vectors are parallel. Cos 0 equals to 1, cos 0 equals to 1. So simply A dot B equals to AB, magnitude of one of the vector into magnitude of another vector. Now if these parallel vectors are equal, this is general, but if parallel vectors are equal, that is vector A equals to vector B, then this very equation above becomes as A dot of A. One is A, another is A, so instead of B I will place A. It simply equals to A square. So thus, if we are having, first let's understand it slowly. If we are having two parallel vectors first, as the theta between them is 0, so we can write it down A dot B is equal to AB cos of theta, as theta is the angle between two vectors, and in case of parallel vectors the theta is 0. So cos 0 equals to 1. So A dot B equals to AB, simply the product of magnitude of vectors. But if parallel vectors are equal, that is whether A is equal to B or B is equal to A, that is one and the same. So instead of this A I placed A, instead of this B I placed again A. Now this A, its magnitude is A, and as B is replaced by again A, so magnitude is again A into A, that's A square. So if we are having two equal, we can say equal vectors, because equal vectors are always parallel. They are vectors are said to be equal if they are having same magnitude and same direction. So if we are having two equal vectors, if the parallel vectors are equal, then their dot product is equal to square of the magnitude, is equal to square of magnitude of vector. So like this, in Cartesian coordinates we are having three axes. This is x axis, this is y axis, and this is the z axis, z axis. It's x axis, it's y axis, and it's z. Along x axis we are having a unit vector I. Along y axis we are having a unit vector j. Along z axis we are having a unit vector k. Now if we are going to say I dot I dot I, that's simply equals to 1, because instead of 1I it is 1 into 1 cos of 0, that is simply 1 square, that is simply 1. So therefore I dot I equals to j dot j equals to k dot k equals to 1, because angle between them is 0. Now if we are having dot product of 2, now if we are going to calculate dot product of 2, another property, dot product of two perpendicular vectors, let A and B be two perpendicular vectors, then A dot B, A dot of B equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and cos of 90. How much is cos 90? Cos 90 equals to 0, that is simply 0. So A dot B vanishes. So if two vectors are perpendicular, if sometime you will be asked in the examination, show that two vectors are perpendicular, what you are going to do? If sometimes you are going to be asked in examination, show that two vectors are perpendicular, then you have to calculate their dot. If that dot product comes out to be 0, then they are perpendicular. Like as we're having I, j, and k, they are the unit vectors. Now I dot of j, how much it comes out to be, because it will be 1 of I is having a magnitude of 1, j is having a magnitude of 1 into 1, and cos of 90, as cos 90 equals to 0, this whole equals to 0, therefore I dot of j is equal to 0, is equal to k dot of I is equal to I dot j and is equal to j dot of I. So if two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product vanishes. If two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product vanishes. Hope you understand today's lecture. Tomorrow will be with another lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.